When our smart TV displayed my wife's texts, I saw her tell Matt, "I can't sleep without your goodnight kiss," after 15 years of lies. I grabbed my phone to take pictures of the screen, and that's when my entire world collapsed. As a senior executive at a Fortune 500 company making $180K annually, I'd always prided myself on strategic thinking and attention to detail, but somehow I'd missed the biggest deception of my life happening right under my nose. It was 2 a.m., and I was already several beers and scotches deep from our virtual celebration with our friend John overseas. Amy had dozed off on the couch after connecting her phone to our smart TV for the video call. And when the connection dropped, her WhatsApp screen appeared on our 65-inch display. The contact name, Lifeline, with a heart emoji, wasn't mine, and when I clicked the profile picture, I recognized Matt immediately. He was her supposed gay childhood friend who I'd welcomed into our home countless times over our 15-year marriage. The messages kept pouring in. "Baby, I miss you. Why aren't you replying? I can't get over today's session. You were so good." This wasn't friendship. This was a full-blown affair, and as I scrolled through months of explicit conversations and photos, I realized Amy had been living a double life our entire marriage. She shared every intimate detail of our private moments with this man, even describing our bedroom activities so he wouldn't feel left out. The betrayal cut deeper than I could have imagined. What made this discovery particularly strategic was my professional background in corporate investigations. For the past 8 years, I'd specialized in forensic analysis and documentation for fraud cases, which meant I knew exactly how to preserve evidence. While Amy slept peacefully, oblivious to her exposed secrets, I methodically photographed every crucial conversation on the TV screen using my phone. My hands were shaking from rage, but my mind was already shifting into analytical mode. When Amy suddenly woke up and saw her messages displayed on the TV, she frantically grabbed the remote and disconnected her phone. The look of pure terror in her eyes told me everything. She knew she was caught, and there was no explaining away what I'd seen, her pathetic attempt at damage control. "Baby, I can explain. Please listen to me." Only confirmed my worst fears. But instead of exploding emotionally like she expected, I stayed calm and told her to explain herself. My strategic thinking was already taking over. The next morning, after Amy tried feeding me ridiculous lies about it being just healthy flirting and claiming Matt was still uninterested in women, I demanded the complete truth. What she revealed was even worse than I'd imagined. Amy and Matt had been lovers since high school, maintaining their physical relationship throughout our entire marriage. She'd chosen me purely for financial security, because Matt was a lazy dropout living off his parents' rental properties, unable to provide the lifestyle she wanted. I was nothing more than a meal ticket, while she continued her real relationship with her true love. My professional network became my greatest weapon in this situation. As a senior executive, I had immediate access to the city's top family law attorneys, private investigators, and forensic accountants. Within 48 hours of discovery, I'd secured consultations with 3 different divorce lawyers, all of whom confirmed that Amy's 15-year affair would devastate her in court. My documented evidence, combined with her complete financial dependence on my $180K salary, meant I held every possible advantage. The attorney I selected, Rebecca Davis, had 20 years of experience in high-asset divorces and immediately recognized the strength of my case. With this level of documented infidelity and her complete lack of income, we can virtually guarantee you'll retain the house, maximize custody, and minimize any alimony obligations, she explained during our first meeting. Your wife chose the wrong person to deceive. Your executive background and evidence-gathering skills have created an airtight case. My strategic approach focused on 3 key areas: legal positioning, financial leverage, and custody preparation. First, I secured all marital assets by documenting our joint accounts, the house deed showing my sole ownership before marriage, and Amy's complete absence of financial contribution beyond basic homemaking. Second, I engaged a private investigator to document Matt's continued unemployment and dependence on family money, proving Amy's poor judgment in maintaining this relationship. Third, I arranged immediate counseling for our daughters Emma and Ella to prepare them for the inevitable family disruption. The confrontation came when Amy tried manipulating our daughters by claiming I was having an affair and had received a job transfer overseas. Watching her attempt to paint herself as the victim while making me the villain triggered my executive decision-making skills. I immediately called both sets of parents to witness Amy's lies firsthand, then systematically dismantled her manipulation by revealing the truth about her 15-year deception. When she continued lying even with everyone present, I pulled out my phone and showed them the photographic evidence. The immediate consequences were devastating for Amy. Her parents, who had always suspected something was wrong with her relationship with Matt, finally had confirmation of their daughter's deception. They were furious that she'd humiliated their family and destroyed her marriage for an unemployed loser. Even more damaging, her siblings discovered she'd been visiting Matt's house after moving back home, leading to her complete exile from her family's support system. Matt's consequences were equally satisfying. When his parents learned about the affair from Amy's family, they immediately cut off his rental income and demanded he find legitimate employment. At 45 years old with no work history, this lazy parasite suddenly faced real-world consequences for enabling a 15-year deception. The man who'd helped destroy my marriage was now struggling to pay basic bills while his family disowned him for his role in breaking up our home. The legal proceedings moved swiftly in my favor. Amy's attempt to claim half our house was laughed out of court when my attorney presented evidence of her infidelity, financial dependence, and complete lack of contribution to our assets. Her decision not to contest custody made it clear where her real priorities lay, with Matt, not our daughters. The judge awarded me primary custody, minimal alimony obligations, and complete retention of all major assets. 6 months later, my strategic approach had delivered complete victory. Amy was working as a sales clerk at a car dealership, barely earning enough to cover basic expenses while living in a tiny apartment. Matt remained unemployed and bitter, their dream relationship now exposed as the pathetic fantasy it always was. Meanwhile, I'd maintained my executive position, kept our family home, and our daughters were thriving in therapy while building stronger relationships with me. My daughters now understand exactly who chose them and who abandoned them when things got difficult. Emma frequently tells me how grateful she is that I fought for our family while Amy was too selfish to prioritize her own children over her affair partner. The man who'd been deceived for 15 years had emerged victorious through strategic thinking, professional competence, and systematic execution. Amy and Matt learned too late that they'd underestimated the wrong person.